Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.
Tell you where you would want to vote because many people will miss that and live right there. Go ahead, F your mom. Welcome in.
Hey Manny, hey, how you doing, Manny? Hey, Newsroom. Hey Manny, did you hear about that Mexican lady? About that Mexican officer that happened in Texas, the one that said she don't like black people, and when if she would have kept her job, she was going to arrest a black person. So y'all, and it's happening in Texas. I'm gonna wait till you get big. But did y'all hear about that? Yeah, bro. She's a Mexican lady. Well, she's a Latina, whatever. And basically talking about black people. Basically saying we not nothing. We the bottom of the barrel.
I mean, we said about each other. So why would that now be any different if we said about each other?
But a Latina officer of the law, you're the law. Like you wear that badge, right?
And that may be true, but now are we picking and choosing just because she's a law?
Choosing.
Gotcha.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Yes, I'm picking and choosing.
No problem with that. It's just that we do it to ourselves, which give others the impression it's okay.
But why would you put it on your close friends then? You should have put it, you felt like that, you should. Why would you have to put it on your close friends and your friend expose it? If you felt like that, say it with your chest. Come from your page. Matter of fact, go live and say it.
I mean, that's a little bit.
That's what she did, Manny. She went to her close friends. She didn't do it with her chest.
But my thing is, just when we learn these things, it's like we can't really fight a good fight if they turn around and look at us do it right to each other and say, oh, well, we can do it, but you can't.
But do it with your chest, though, Manny.
I mean, whether you do it with your chest or not, the point is not to do it.
Exactly. You're the
point is not to do it. Like, that's the point, is for us all not to do it. But what I'm saying is we cannot demonize others when we do it, is my point.
Oh, I would demonize her because she's not part of my community.
And that's what I'm saying. That is getting old and played out.
Okay, that's you.
This lady was very disgusting. The things that this lady, I heard her say, with the video, right? And it's not alleged because she said it, right?
Thank you, Roro.
We do not talk about each other like this as a community. We might say, you know what, that ninja might get on my nerves, but this lady went all the way down to where she served our country, how she choked someone out that was our race. This woman is a danger to herself and society when it comes to us. Are we really surprised? I'm not saying really surprised, but I wouldn't want anyone like that being on the police department, and something would happen with our youth. Right?
Now, that is true, but the notion of what she said is her right, because again, we tear each other down. Now, whether she's working or not is not my case. Definitely don't think she should be working for law enforcement, thinking to that magnitude of being in the military, yada, 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 to that magnitude. But however, we can't say that we don't do it to ourselves to give them that impression. I can understand that we was nice to each other, we got along, and we did not show these people these type of things. I can understand that. But being that we do tear each other down, we do sit there and watch as other people get torn down in our community, it only gives them the talking points.
But let me tell you something, Manny. I understand what you're saying, but just to hear the discuss. Okay, and everybody can say what they want to say back behind closed doors and this and that, but she wasn't saying it behind closed doors. She was actually talking to, I guess it was a friend or whatever, right? But my thing is, if you got this much anger in you, just imagine if she just saw you walking, Manny, she would have scooped your little ass up and body slammed you and said that you were a nuisance.
And just think about it. Many of the black community think I'm a nuisance.
But they ain't gonna walk up to you and do bodily harm to you.
Well, how would I know? Now you're giving a different angle of knowing their mind frame.
So let me tell you something, Manny. I've been around this world 53 years carrying the one. And I've never heard something so disgusting in my life. And I'm here to, you don't know that, what, ex-ho? I don't know anything, right? But it's
Well,
my
Roro,
opinion.
so compare it. So Roro, compare her remarks to the black people's remarks that you've heard on this app when it got disgusting. That's the level I want you to think of. So think about what she said, and then think about the disgusting things you've heard black people say to each other.
Okay.
Hold on, let me
So,
finish. On
okay.
this app, as we all witness, and then other people are witnessing too. And we will say it's okay for us, but use that as a comparison.
Okay, well, number one, we're on the app, right? Number two, most of the people who are on this app, this is their full-time jobs, meaning they're not in the public sector where they were sworn to serve and protect talking this way. Is it wrong that we talk about each other like that and people, kids and their dead mother, and they're going to dig them up and do this and that? Is it wrong? Yes. But Manny, you have to listen to this woman. And then the thing about it is a lot of people don't understand. Your eyes tell so much about you. You could actually see women, my jaw.
So let me ask you this. So then let me ask. Hold on. Let me. Yes, pull it up, F your mom. Pull it up. But let me ask y'all this: in the manner at which Manny has presented himself on this app, because y'all don't know me off, but in the manner that I have presented myself on this app, do y'all think even I should be addressing her? Answer that.
Let me tell you something. Everybody can address anything. Anybody can address anything that they want on this app. This is a public forum, right? Now, let me tell you something. At the end of the day, Manny, you can play these semantics about what you will and will not address, but at the same time, you still have a right, regardless of what you've said or done. You still have a right.
So when she reminds me of the things that I've done, then what is my talking point? Do I say, "Oh, I'm black, I can do it"? Is that my talking point?
I wouldn't say that would be your talking point, but if that's what you need to use, you need to use
I'm
it.
asking you all, what would be my talking point once she reminds me of my actions amongst my own people? What is then my talking point?
But at the end of the day, man,
These my motherfucking people. We
Wait
the
a
same
minute, man.
color.
At the end of the day, did you threaten bodily harm to a African American person, or did you say your friends would do it? Let's think about this now, since you want to go to these semantics.
That's
Let's
one
think about
scenario
it.
you're not thinking about. So you're taking her one scenario and you're not thinking about Manny has had other scenarios.
Okay, well, but at the end of the day, it's my opinion. I can take what scenario that I want to when it comes to you, Manny. It's my opinion.
Hey, Manny, can I just play it for you real quick?
Are you not understanding what I'm? Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, Sagittarius. At the end of the day, people are going to take what they want to and describe you. So if that's what I want to actually take, that one scenario, that's my opinion. It's my opinion. Do you understand where I'm coming from, Annie?
I do.
Now, if it comes to you and you decide that you want to go way back to 2020 to 2019 and not stay in the current events of things you've done, that's on you. I'm talking about currently what she said. And if y'all feel like it's okay for a person in the public sector with a high pressure job to feel the way that they do about your color of your skin and how she felt like she wanted to choke somebody out and how she did this and she did that, that's fine with y'all. Think the way you want to.
Because you know we do talk about the YT people.
Manny, can I play it real quick? Can I play it?
Go ahead and play, girl, because I'm getting ready to get down because Manny done pissed me off. Bye,
Oh
Manny.
my God. Yeah,
Y'all can't let Manny get y'all.
Help your mom. You should have definitely gave them a trigger warning PSA first. I typically give them a trigger warning PSA. You should have definitely given them a trigger warning PSA.
Y'all trigger warning, what Manny said, PSA. If y'all don't like it, please just cover your ears. If y'all get triggered, just leave the live and come back. But yeah, okay.
Reason you guys were we were slaves. Isn't that? I don't give a like for a reason you guys were slaves. You guys don't know anything better than a deal. Like, oh my God, like I was literally eating food with my friend. He had his, oh my God, like I don't know, por Dios, por gracias de Dios, I had my wallet next to me, like my whole purse, and those like that little small ass decided not to steal my wallet. Oh my God, I would have been on my heel and like what the out of that ass, but like whatever, right? Some other, but no homo or nothing. Y'all don't know how good it felt to say like out loud, like goddamn, Like, oh my god, I felt like I was back in the Marine Corps. Like, I kid you not. I don't know what the came over me.
Told you. That's what I'm saying. Like, to me, that's how I said with Trump. I agree with Trump now. At first, I was against it. No ice here. No ice here. But now, round them up. Round them bitches up and send them back to Guatemala, Mexico. Get you the fuck up out of here. I gotta go. Talking about us black people. Bitch, if it wasn't for us, y'all wouldn't know how to wipe y'all asses.
So, being that this one individual said it, do we now round them all up? So, one individual said it, do we now round them all up? It's the question. I mean, think about your answers. Like, think about the entitlement that's in your bones right now when you answer. From one person's remarks, you now think we should round them all up. Think about your answers. You said they group us. Okay, so are you going to do the same thing? Are you going to do the same thing? Because again, only thing that tells me is the levels. We have to find peace somewhere, y'all. We have to find peace if we're going to coexist, you all. Every time we get mad, we can't just say, round them up. They do it to us, we do it to them. Are y'all not understanding that? And no, I'm not going to judge anybody's IQ levels, but I'm just saying, we do it to them, they do it to us, and just centuries go on. Everybody think they're correct. Everybody think they're right. But the only thing they're doing is pushing out more of the propaganda. And y'all are literally doing it in real time. One person said it, but some of you all agree they all should go. Now, do you all not have Spanish friends or things of that nature? You think they should go as well? Like, or y'all could spend time fighting me. That's what you'll be left to do. Send everybody away, more time to fight me. Mm-hmm. As they say, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, right? And if white people are supposed to be the ones who started, it all, then where are we? Do we feel like we? Do they feel like they? Like, how everybody feeling? How is everybody feeling? What if she was talking about my lifestyle? What I'm supposed to say? What am I supposed to say? In America. What am I supposed to say in America? Am I supposed to focus on what she say or empower the lifestyle? What am I supposed to say? Am I supposed to focus on what she say or empower the lifestyle? What am I supposed to say? She got that right to say what she feel and how she feel it. She got that right. I think you're ignorant to what's going on in Houston. I don't live in Houston. Does that answer your question? Did you feel special putting that I didn't know what was going on in Houston? Did that make you feel special? I don't live in Houston. See, we do it to ourselves. We do it to ourselves. And so in her moment of feeling like, oh, and no, I don't live in Houston, she expects I'm supposed to know a lot about Houston. And so she felt good about putting that comment that you are, and what's the word we use against each other so much? The word she used. It has meaning. We love to use it amongst our community. We love to use it. Can y'all repeat the word? Type the word that she used. Well, don't type the word. Okay. Ignition. Go ahead. She say ignition. Okay, Mocha, I'm trying to ride with you, honey. I'm gonna give you a second, cause baby, I'm gonna give you a second, Mocha, to get it right, honey. Oh, you gonna get it? Cause the second time you didn't get a word. You might want to look at it. Yeah, you definitely in the clouds, girl. You still ain't get a word.
Hey, Manny. Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me down now?
Yeah, we can hear you. Okay, let me go back up here and read what she wrote, cause honey, I know.
All right, let me know when you're ready for me to talk.
Let me see. Hold on. Oh yeah. I went back and checked it. You right, Mocha. I guess we both in the clouds. Oh my god. Oh my god. I guess we both in the clouds. Go ahead, Cherry Cola. Yeah.
I don't know if I'm on topic, but I try to be on topic, trying to understand what you're saying, because I'm kind of confused. The just walked up in here, so forgive me. I did try to read the doggone wrong. Stop coming, cousins. Okay, so
Okay.
I never been like I never experienced slavery. I never experienced nobody talking to me down, throwing rocks at me, and I can't drink out of here, can't do that. But when you move to a certain environment and you get certain lifestyle people treat you wrong, so I got experience some of that stuff like they did in slavery, talking down to and mistreated at the job and all that stuff. And I said, wait a minute, this is 2000. Why is I'm getting treated like this? You know what I mean? But I've been treated like this a lot of jobs I worked at out here in Iowa, and it feel real bad. Even though you said that we do it to ourselves, we talk bad about ourselves, this, that, whatever. I understand that, but all of us don't do that. And then when we experience it on us, when it's happening to us, it feels really bad, Manny. It really does.
Does it feel bad when we do it to each other?
Yeah, it feel bad when we do it towards each other, but it feel really bad too when it's done to you and you work in an environment like that too. Let me go on down because he's coming cousins out.
Yes. I'm shaking my head to somebody else, but yes, we do it to each other, and that same feeling. That's the feeling. That's what's meant to be. That's what's meant for the people to feel. So again, that's the point. If we can willingly make each other feel this way, then how do we look at someone else? And we've done this for generations on generations upon generations. And then we expect to look at them like, oh, you're wrong, when they literally can look at us and say, y'all don't even love each other in your own community.
I know, but everybody is not like this. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody's not, but how do we combat this is the point.
Mistreat each other. We got Mexicans mistreat each other. Africans mistreat everybody mistreat each other.
So then how do we combat this then is my point. If everybody's mistreating each other, then how do we fix that?
You be a better person and go out there and be kind to people. That's all. And that's what I do. I go out there and be a better person.
And what's the saying?
You can't change nobody.
And what's the saying? It starts at home, right?
It starts within you. It starts in you. Because let me tell you, Manny, I done have parents growing up telling me right from wrong. I learned within myself. It starts within you.
That will be home, Cherry. That will be home, Cherry.
Oh, Lord. Let me drop.
Welcome in, Drop Queen. We do have a fax machine message. 1 second, you let me go to the fax machine. Go ahead, Drop Queen, as I go to the fax machine.
Oh, hey, Manny.
Hey.
I'm under the weather. Oh, do y'all hear that on my background? I'm gonna come right back up. I don't know why.
Yes, we do hear it. We do hear it. Okay. So right fax machine message says, "Oh wow, the people in the comments." So the fax machine message says, "Oh my God." Let me come to the camera for this one because they already want to be a mess. So the fax machine message says, for Alex Luther King, many not thinking about you, girl. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Chick-fil-A. Got some coins in Bitcoin. So yeah, I don't know what is happening, but yeah, I mean, I second the message because no, I am not. Welcome back, Drop Queen.
Thank you, hi man. I'm gonna start over. I'm a little under the weather, but I did want to have this conversation because it sounds like bullshit to me. Can I ask you a question, Manny? You fight with your siblings, right? Okay. But it's different when you and your siblings are fighting with someone on the outside, correct? It feels different when you're fighting with someone on the outside also, right? Oh, it doesn't feel different to you? When I'm fighting with my
No. Well, hold on. Let me answer because again, fighting, being toxic, hurting one another's feelings, that does not feel good. Now, granted, with family, I may get over it or process it just a tad bit differently, but the feeling is the same of feeling hurt or disappointed or shocked, even maybe, depending on what's said. Go ahead, Drop Queen.
But what you just said is the key. You said you process it a little different. So if you're processing it differently, that means the feeling is different. Because the way that you're processing, it's what gonna reveal how you feel about that situation. So I may fight with
So
my
again,
brothers.
the hurt is there from my siblings and me fighting with them. But
I
yes,
agree.
I'm processing it differently because they are family. See, for somebody on the streets, I probably wouldn't do as long as a process because the interaction is not constant. So I meet you on the streets. We have a negative moment. I process it for that moment. I've moved on. I don't have to see you again. But as for a family member, it's the same hurt, the same disappointment, but the process is different because yes, which is true, but the hurt is still the same. The process is different because you're family. You're here. I see you. I have to process my feelings by being next to you and still hurt. I have to process my feelings living with you and remembering what you said. So yes, it's different in the process, but the hurt and the pain and the surprise of it all is the same.
When I'm talking about, I understand that, for instance, words hurt, right? But for instance, the N word in our community doesn't hurt the same as it coming from a people who have perpetuated not only the unaliving of us unjustly, right? But that they created this word to be harmful and dehumanize us. So my family, though I argue with my family, they are not dehumanizing me. But because I'm with them every day, our relationship can be a little more volatile because they have to put up with Drop Queen every fucking day. So I may get on their motherfucking nerve and give them a reason to want to cuss me out. But a bitch who don't even know me, how dare she? She does not have the right
But
or the
again,
fortitude to be able to have that leverage that my family may have.
but your family don't have the right to dehumanize you as well. Is the point?
I disagree. Okay, if we look at statistically and we look at how human
You're walking
beings,
into my point. My point is, if it's okay for you to be toxic to me, then how am I now not excusing this person?
I'm finna explain it. If we look at how human beings function, when you're around, if we look at statistically, people like to say that, oh, black people unalive each other. Well, Manny, like Cherry Cola just was trying to explain, Asian people unalive each other, Hispanic people unalive each other. It's proximity. White women are getting unalived by white men the same way black women are getting unalived by black men and vice versa. It's proximity. So, of course, you're going to have issues in your family because in proximity, that's more likely. You're with them more often. So that statistic will be more greater. But how dare somebody from the outside who I don't even know, who don't even know me, who only judge me by the lies that they tell? See, there are the thieves who try to make it look like we're the ones stealing. It's them who are the thieves. But they perpetuate the lie and the belief that it's the black people who are the thieves. Make it make sense. She probably stole her way into the country. She probably ain't even supposed to be at this motherfucker. But she joined the army because when you join the army, you have a right to citizenship. But the bitch probably came over in a tanker truck. Okay? So please stop perpetuating the same white supremacy talking points that they use on us. It's proximity. That's why when you go to the ghettos and they put us in the housing projects, they put us there because they understand how humans work. That we would be beating the hell out of each other because they put us in a rat and they
So
put us
I'm
in
not
a rat
using the
maze.
white people's talking points. I'm literally saying we can be nicer to each other to give the people something nice to see.
They will never see anything
That
nice.
was
What
my
are you talking about? They will never see anything nice. I just told you they are the thieves. They are the
if
robbers.
so if we
But they
can
make
work
us.
on us, hopefully we can show the world a better look of us.
Nanny, it doesn't matter. Work on us. Black women are the most educated. What do you mean? We have been working
Us
on us.
as a
We have,
whole, not
Nanny,
just black
if you
women
allow me to
singular,
finish,
us
I'm
as
not
a
talking about just black
whole.
women. I'm not finished with my point. Okay, so if we look at how we have come from literally nothing and pulled ourselves up from the bootstraps, we are a people who the Bible would speak highly of and does speak highly of. Right?
So
Because we have overcome everything that anybody has ever thrown at us. But instead of patting us on the back and say, wow, they were in slavery, but look at them now. They don't do that. They try to cosplay us. They try to perpetuate everything that we do is wrong, but then turn around and make money off of doing it. Okay?
so I
Ain't
want to
nothing
tap
that
it.
we're doing
So
any
hold on.
wrong, and nothing that we're doing is any different. They just make it worse when it comes from us.
So I want to tap into Chanel's question. Chanel says, why we got to prove ourselves to be respected? We got to prove ourselves to be respected amongst ourselves.
They don't have to prove themselves to anybody.
But
See,
I'm
that's the
talking to
part.
us. I'm talking to us. So
But it's not
yes,
about
we
us.
have
It's
to.
about how people.
Oh, it is about us. We are black. So let me finish drop. We as black people definitely need to prove ourselves amongst each other to be respected. Yes.
We have proven ourselves. We've
Oh,
come from
okay.
nothing. We've come from nothing and have managed to pull ourselves up by
I hope you're not going to say about the bootstraps. Oh,
regardless to what they've thrown at us, but regardless the high rate of mortality when it comes to birth, regardless of the high rate of imprisonment, regardless of everything every other race have tried to do to us, we have been successful at being on the top. And still, we must be disrespected. The problem is not that they hate us. The problem is, why do you hate a people who don't even want to deal with you? We don't deal with them people, and we'd rather not deal with them. So why
drop
do they hate us so
queen.
much? Why do they hate us? What have we done to anyone in this country or any other country that they hate us so much? Nothing, but they know who we are. They know that we're the chosen people, and they despise that. See, this is a spiritual war that we're going against. They just the vessels. See, everybody knows who we are.
Ooh.
We just don't know. That's the problem. That's what we're fighting because
Wow.
we have done nothing to anybody. So they want to say, like you are saying,
No,
and
I
they're
agree.
saying, we
I
fight
agree.
each
We
other.
have, I do agree that we have done nothing from the beginning. But now at some point in time, we have done something.
Okay,
So
but
I
you
do.
just said, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I
I'm sorry.
mean, I'm taking your do nothing meaning as giving them a viewpoint. Like, yes, in the beginning, we did nothing because we kept slaves and we was working and they felt like we wasn't, shit. But as time went on, we definitely did something, which was whoop ass and some old things.
Okay, so if I can answer you now, Manny. So just if we look at it from your perspective, the only thing we have done is to each other. So if I'm kicking the shit out of my brothers and sisters, how dare you act as if I've done you something personally? Judge me for what I've done to you. Fuck what you think I'm doing to my brothers and sisters. Because see, we haven't done them anything. We haven't even fought them with the same rage that they fought us. We ain't skinned nobody.
But
We ain't had
drop
nobody
queen. That's how
as
we
no
learn
strange
as a
fruit.
people. That's how we've learned as a people, though. What you've done to my brethren, I've internalized it, and now I feel a way about you. You didn't have to do it to me. You've done it to my brethren, and I feel a way. So we have been programmed as a people to feel like that.
What? Brethren? They don't call us
Or
brothers. They hate
sisterin.
us. They
I'm
don't
just
call us
saying,
that.
drop.
No,
I
no, no.
get they don't
So
call
now
us
you're moving
something.
the
I'm black.
goalposts.
I'm just literally having a conversation. You're saying one thing, I'm saying something. We do not have to think the same.
No, no,
This
no.
is America.
No, that's not what I mean. I mean that, are you saying that she would look at what I did to you and don't like me, and because she see you as her brother? Is
No,
that what you're saying?
your concept was we can do it to each other, but you dare not do it. And what I'm saying is we as a people, as a whole, have learned from what you do to my brethren, I now have internalized.
What? What? Manny, you just saying stuff at this
Literally,
point.
when they cut Kunta Kinte's foot off, all the other people felt the pain.
What does that have to do with the YT people and the Hispanics and every other race who like to judge us
We learn
and
from
then
each
do the same?
other.
No, sir. They have no right. That's why me and my brother and my children, they may come fight, but all 6 of them finna come after you if you ever come for one of them. Do you understand what I'm saying? You have no right to judge what happens within a family because you're not part of that family. So you can't carry your prejudice and say, I'm prejudiced against you for what you did to your own brother, what you did to your sister. Have your prejudice because of what we've done to you. And to these people, we have done nothing at all. We are the ones that who have to overcome redlining.
As
We are the
time
ones that
went
have to come.
on, drop, we can no longer use the statement we done nothing at all as time has
Well, tell me
progressed.
what we've done to them.
I literally just said it earlier. We have kicked ass in more things.
We ain't kicked enough ass. The last
I
ass I
didn't say
thought we
we
kicked was
didn't
the
drop.
Alabama brawl.
I didn't say we haven't done enough. Again, I'm just stating what we have done
Okay,
from a
who
point
ass
of
we
not.
kicked?
So I'm just stating from a point of doing nothing because again, we came in it doing nothing, didn't even know what it really was. We came in it doing nothing to now we're doing something is what I'm saying.
Okay, Manny. So tell me who ass we've kicked.
Hell, Martin Luther King and Malcolm X was kicking asses. That's ass.
Martin Luther King laid down and got sprayed by a
Oh
water
my
hose. He ain't kicked
God.
nobody ass. He got his
It was
ass
different
kicked.
forms of ass kicking, but it was ass kicking. Oh my Jesus.
Manny, I asked you for examples.
I gave you 2
You ain't
examples.
gave no example because Martin Luther
They
King
fought
was
the battle
about
in. Oh,
peace.
let me relax.
He
They
was about
fought the battle
peace.
in a different way, sweetie. That was still kicking ass. Boo boo. Where have you been in America?
That's not kicking ass.
That is kicking
You
ass.
think you
They
think
had one movement that was peaceful, and you still was kicking ass because they couldn't figure out why they were so fucking nice going through this. And then you had another movement that was like, "Oh, we're gonna actually give you some physical combat," and you put them both together, had them shook up.
Manny, you're trying to say that the civil rights movement kicked the white people ass. How?
Oh my God.
What did we win? What did we win in the
I didn't
civil
say.
rights
Oh
movement?
my God. We won a lot that we're utilizing
Like
today.
what? Like what?
Oh my
It
God.
should roll off your tongue like butter. It should roll off your tongue like some nut that you don't want to swallow. Spit it out, Manny. What have we won? That tells you we ain't won a goddamn thing because you ain't rolling off your tongue. We ain't won shit.
We are able up here, me as a black man, you as a black woman, we are up here because the people put in the good fight and whoop some ass.
No, we up here because they want y'all to keep battling. They want your money, but they continue to perpetuate bullshit on our timelines. That's why we see nothing but drama. Everything we see on our algorithm is drama. That's not even the same thing that they see on their algorithms. So we have won nothing. They are continuing to put us in a rat race where they can see us
I didn't
destroy each
never
other,
say we
and then
won
they destroy each other
anything.
too.
I
My
didn't
question
never
from
say we
you:
won. My little statement was
we kicked
because you
ass.
came in
You say we kicked ass.
you came in and said we as a people had done nothing to these people. And I came in as a talking point and said, yes, that is true. In the beginning when we were slaves, we didn't do nothing to them. But as time went on, we put up a good fight. That's what I said. However, the fight is not even over. So to say somebody won, the fight is not even over.
Oh my
So
Lord.
again, you all may need to educate yourselves as you continue to live.
We dismantled Jim Crow. Oh my God. Jim Crow is just hidden. Ain't nothing changed. They just don't do it openly. It's on
So
pen and
your
paper
point is
now.
we ain't did a damn thing.
We ain't did them shit. We ain't did nothing. We ain't did nothing. We've pulled ourselves up by the bootstraps. I was just arguing yesterday. Listen to this, and I'm gonna drop because the delusion is just it's getting me that y'all think that they've helped us overcome anything. You
I
say
didn't
we
say they helped us. Oh, no. I didn't say they helped us either. Oh, I'm
you
catching
said
all
we
the
you
ways you're twisting and turning. I didn't say they helped us with a damn thing. I said we, and I brought up Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. I didn't say they did a damn thing.
you know what we
So,
got
so
from
I'm not
Martin
gonna
Luther
fight
King?
with y'all. And again, y'all have questioned my education. I question your motherfucking education and your ages. Y'all some slow ass motherfuckers.
Why we have to do it? Why we have to do anything, Manny, just to live as human beings? Why do we have to kick anybody ass just to have human rights that we deserve as a human being? We should not have to fight them to live freely from their prejudice and racism. We should not have to do that. We should not have to prove ourselves. All we should have to do is be born and choose to live the life that we create for ourselves. But that's not how we live. We have to be born and then we have to fight for a life that we want to create for ourselves. Nothing is given,
And the
but
only thing I
everything is
said, we have
taken.
come a long ways through the fight. The fight is not even over, but we've come
You
a
just say
long
that. You
way.
say we've been kicking ass. You
We
say we've been
have been
kicking.
kicking ass. That's what that means. We have been kicking ass. Oh my Jesus. You know what? And then the people say, oh my God, like, oh my God, Jesus. In one breath, just take away the whole existence of the Black community. Because it's like, what?
I don't take away the existence of the Black community. I'm pulling the rug from under the bullshit that you're trying to make us think that is happening
I'm
and
not
how we're
trying to make
living.
y'all think a damn thing. People have literally fought through this whole entire thing. So I'm not making y'all think a damn thing. Y'all can walk out this motherfucker not thinking nothing,
We
actually.
got our ass kicked, Manny. It's a figure
I
of
don't,
speech,
at
Manny.
this point, I don't give a damn what you think, because if you
What
think
you
that the
mad
Black
for,
people,
Manny?
oh no, oh, I'm
We're
definitely
having a
heated because, oh no, we
conversation.
not having no conversation, baby. If you think the Black people didn't whoop ass, y'all the slow motherfuckers, and that's why they look at us like that, because y'all right here in our face telling us we ain't do a goddamn thing, but play it by their tune. But then y'all want me to fall on, oh, the white lady can't say nothing, the Mexican lady can't say nothing. But then I say we kicked ass, and y'all are like, we ain't did a damn thing. We ain't did a damn thing. Why should we have to even do any of that? It's a part of the fight. We came over here, did nothing, and then we had to wake up. We had to wake up as a people. And since then till now, a lot has happened. A lot has happened. And that is what I mean, kicking ass. Because had none of those things happened, then where would we be? If none of those things happened, then where would we be? So we can't erase that as if that wasn't a fight. We can't erase that as if that wasn't kicking ass, because when we do that, guess what? The white people are removing the Black history out of schools as we speak, and you want to say you mad with them? But then you turn your nose around and look at your Black people and say that wasn't a kicking ass, that wasn't a damn thing. So my point again is, how the fuck we gonna look at them like, oh, don't take away Black history, when we look at our damn selves and snatch it, as she say, the rug. I would think a simple sentence as we kicked ass, people would agree. That's simple. That's a simple sentence. You don't even have to think that far. Simple sentence. Basic sentence. We kicked ass. If you know the history of America. That's very basic, very elementary. As a Black person in America, very basic. We kicked ass. Drop Queen say, we worked hard, we ain't kicked ass. Because she wants her words to be what it is. We worked hard. There it is. So it's not Manny's terminology of we kicked ass, because again, everybody's educated in here. Just shift the words in where you want them to fit. So her wording is, we didn't kick ass, we just worked hard. You see how we do it to each other? You see how we do it to each other, amongst each other? Now, her terminology is, we worked hard. My terminology is, we kicked ass. Now, what's you all's thoughts from that? From two Black people. You see how that happens? 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 We worked hard is her statement. And I say, we kicked ass. And as a community, we should agree on both, right? But I the one who's made the statement first. Exactly. Slenderella. Both can be true is the point. But being us in a Black community, it got to be one way or the highway. Not you perpetrating, it's a fight, it's a job. You need both of them, Drop Queen. You need the fight and a job. Like, what the fuck is wrong with us? That on simple things we can't even agree. We have to fight each other on terminology that damn near mean the same fucking thing. We shall overcome. What the fuck does we shall overcome mean then? We shall overcome. Does that mean jobs and fighting? We shall overcome. What the fuck does that mean? Please let nobody say that sentence, we shall overcome. I would think that include jobs and fighting. But let me not say we shall fucking overcome. Because that'll just be too goddamn much then. Woo, Jesus. Y'all have to slow it down and think a little bit more.
Thank you, Manny.
Yes, go ahead, drop one.
What you're trying to say is that we kicked ass, so they have a right to be mad at us. They have no right to be mad at us. We've done them nothing.
No, that's what not what I was saying. Wait, no,
Yes,
that
it is,
was
'cause I asked you
hold
what we
on.
did
That
now.
was the conversation, but we kept going into because again, as you spoke, I spoke. So we kept going deeper and deeper. But the beginning of the conversation, we had well got beyond the beginning of the conversation. The beginning of the conversation was, again, what we do to each other, we cannot look at them like, oh, don't do it, is my point in the beginning. So we can get back to that. We can get back to us being nicer to each other to show the people what it looks like and how we want to be treated. Because again, if they watching us, they like, oh, well, this is maybe how they want to be treated. So we can get back to the beginning. We can get back to the beginning. Because that was my beginning point.
Well, I was trying to get back to the beginning. I thought I was talking and somebody muted me. But so the beginning is, it doesn't matter what we show them. They hate us and their hate is in their heart. They saw the strong black family between the man and a woman, and then they put laws in place to keep the black man out of the home. They saw us thriving in our own communities and they burned those down or flooded them. So they don't want to see us peaceful with each other. That teaches them nothing because their hate is down to their bone. And I asked the question of you is, what did we do for them to hate us so much? And your response was, we kicked their ass. So you were perpetuating that we had done them something for them to have a right to be so hateful and vicious towards us.
No, what I said to what we have done was over time, we have done things, is what I said.
And so I asked you, what did we do? What have we done to them? Hello? Hello? What's sweet? She do that better than me. Hello? Hello?
Yeah. So that was my statement. Over time, we have done things.
What have we done them for them to hate us? Hello? Hello?
I don't know what we've done for them to hate us because, hate is...
Manny.
Hold on. I don't know what we have done for them to hate us. Hate is a strong word. But I will say again, over time, we have done things.
What do you mean hate is a strong word when that's what that woman spewed, Miss Gonzalez spewed?
And I'm saying again, over time, we've done things.
Okay, so if you're saying that we've done things, you should be able to tell us what we've done.
The world has it as history.
Things.
Yeah, the world has it as history. Now, we've done things.
Not in the history of any continent, any country, have black people done anything but help people. From the Moors helping taking them out of caves to the indigenous African black Americans that were in America before they came, and they welcomed them in to their Thanksgiving table. So when have black people have never been the mean, hateful people. We're more mean and hateful to each other than we are to outsiders. We welcome them into our cookout, even with a nasty ass potato salad. We are the most kind, the most giving to strangers. We probably help them more than their own people are willing to help them. In no space that black people are, and no continent that black people are they not welcoming. From the Moors in the beginning to now. So when you're ready to tell me what we've done to them for them to hate us, because it's not dislike, it is a strong word, it's hate. That's why they skinned us and had us as strange fruit and what they call it when they cut off the man pecker? Castrated our men and fed our babies to alligators. When you can tell us why they hate us so much, I can continue this conversation.
And again, I don't know why they hate us, but again, I stated we have done things.
But you don't know what we've done to make them hate us. Okay, Manny.
No,
Have a good day, Manny.
I do know things that we've done, but to hate, I'm not sure.
Okay, well, what have we done? What have we done? Even if it doesn't lead to hate, because that's where it is now. It's to the point, and it's always been to the point of hate. That's why they treated us the way that they did. That's why chattel slavery existed. Because see, they had who they call slaves, who were actually servants. We could have been had a level of servitude to them, but they didn't have to beat the snot out of us, like my grandmother used to say. They didn't have that to do. They hated us so much and despised us so much. That's why they did it. They chose to do it. So even though you say that you can't go to the level of hate, what have we done for them to dislike us? What have we done to them for them to dislike us? If that's a better word.
So some things that we might have done for dislike, they don't like us sleeping with them. That was an early thing on. People really didn't have a lot of people to sleep with. I'm sure that probably made them mad.
Can I address that?
Go
Or
ahead.
you want to finish your list? Okay, you said that they dislike us for sleeping with us, yet they raped us. Yet they raped our men, and yet they raped our women. So they can't dislike us from sleeping with us because we the ones they like to sleep with. We didn't want to sleep with them.
Okay, so again, I'm just making the statement, and you all can either take it in or not, because I do know the opposite of that, which is, yes, they did do things to us. But the question again, and I know we might not like the responses, but the question was, what are some things, because I did not want to go down the hate road, but more so dislike. What are some things we might have done early on for this dislike? And I just threw one. Even though we do know it's okay for them to have snatched us, now we did it in return. It's a dislike is what I'm saying. And it's just a conversation for understanding. So
when you say, okay, so
because you have to include both. Like you have a point of view, which is, yeah, they took our bodies. And then I have a point of view is when they found out that and not a take, but just, they might have eyed each other. That was one thing. Definitely sleeping together.
Okay, so please, if you can expound on, you said that they disliked us for sleeping with them. That's what you said, right?
Yes.
Okay, it was illegal for us to sleep with them. So at what point were we sleeping with them and it wasn't vice versa, that they were violating us by sleeping with us? At what point?
I'm not saying that both are not true, Drop. I'm actually just pointing out both things. Like you're pointing out one side while not walking over to the other side, but I'm giving you the other side by also understanding and knowing your side. You see the difference?
No, I'm asking you. You said that they disliked us for sleeping with them. So I'm asking you, when do we have the opportunity to choose to sleep with them? When did that happen?
Well, the point is to never have the opportunity. Because if we remember, we're supposed to be staying black with black, white with white.
Okay. So when did we sleep with them or have the choice to choose to sleep with them?
I didn't say we had a choice. I didn't say we had a choice. Like it, because you're talking about earlier days. Earlier days, we didn't have a choice. A lot went on. But I'm pointing out that's a part of the dislike. Is that option that black people, I'm sure, took. Because you're not just looking at African-American women who might just be slaves with you. Now you got access to the lady in the house, whether she take you or you come freely. Over time, more and more black people found that avenue.
No, that wasn't a common thing.
I didn't say it was common. You're saying common. I said over time, black people found that avenue is what I said. I didn't say how many black people or anything. I just said over time, black people found that avenue. And then you came and said it wasn't common. I know it wasn't common because if it was common, it would have been a lot more black people gone.
Okay, so you're saying that because, for instance, one of our black men, because they do have a issue with wanting the people from the caves, even when they were hairy with a tail, they chose to sleep with them. So are you saying that a black man slept with a white woman and that made the entire race of YT people dislike us? Is that what
I'm
you're
not saying the entire, because you're using everybody now. So not the entire, but I'm sure word traveled through the towns in the city. What's so funny? Because you say entire, but I'm telling you something that's more tangible, which is a town or a city. But you want to use the entire world who didn't have access to each other like that. So in a town or a city, I'm sure the word got around about this one black man or one black woman infiltrating the system, and then it continues to spread like wildfire. Because again, in the beginning, this was not supposed to be done. So you grow a dislike because you're hearing about it the same way we hear about things in our community and grow a dislike.
I understand. But so you're saying that because of that one instance, we're now to the point that because I've told you
That
that
was
they
only one
dislike us all over the
example.
world.
That was only one example, Drop Queen. I just said one example because I didn't want to go down the hate road. I said the dislike road. So
Right.
that was
We're
just
talking
one
about the
example,
dislike. Right.
which
We're talking
was
about the
the
dislike.
sexual, the sexual.
Sexual. Use
Another
the
thing,
TikTok friendly terms, man.
sexual. Another thing would have been education early on. Them finding out that we gaining education, I'm sure grew a dislike. They expressed it early on.
So it wasn't a race of people who had done anything to them for them to have disdain for us as the level that they do all over the world, because it's not just exclusive to America, it's all over the world that clear people have a dislike for melanated people because you said we sleep with their women or men and we have an education. So we really haven't done anything to them as a whole as they have done to us. See, they've had the ability, the control and the finance to subdue harm and cause issues and pain into the lives of an entire group of people. If we look at Nigeria and how the economy is collapsed there by Europe, if you look at America, how black people have to struggle for even equal pay. So they hate us to the point that they want to just unalive us off because we sleep with their women, and a few of us, not all of us, some of us have slept with
And we
their
do have
women,
to
and
remember that,
we wanted to be educated. We
and
wanted
we
to strengthen our minds.
and we do have to remember, we were sold by our own people to them. So they came to us to buy us.
Manny, first let me dismantle that lie. We were not sold by our own people. First of all, some people were sold, but the multitude were stolen. Y'all have to go visit Lagos Island where y'all can see.
So who sold those smaller numbers?
It was groups of tribal wars. It was wars. So
Well,
that
who are the wars? Who were the people? What kind of people were there?
they were melanated people, but they weren't the same people. Just like you have every Latino is not Mexican or they just from a Latin
But if they're
country, right?
melanated, would they be considered a part of us or not?
They're the same race. That's it. That's all. They're the same race. They're
So
the
I
same
wonder.
race of
So
people
I want.
with
So I
the same
wonder.
family.
So I wonder what that even showed them.
Well, I don't know what it showed them, but why would they
I mean, it
even?
showed them where to come buy melanated people, did
But
it?
but that doesn't tell you to mistreat them. That doesn't give you a reason to hate them.
But so when they bought them, were they buying them and, they were in good conditions and things
Yes, we were in good condition. That's what
to
they
be
wanted
utilized?
us.
Okay, to be utilized as what now?
They lied to them what they were going to use us for. They
So
didn't
what did
tell
they
us they
say
were
they was
going to
going?
be beating and abusing us and feeding us to alligators. That's
So
not what
what did
they
they
told us.
say? So what did they
So
say to get
I,
to
I'm
get permission to buy?
I'm gonna post a picture. I'm gonna post a picture.
I
See,
wonder what they said. But
if
drop
the
Queen, I do wonder what they said to incline the people to want to purchase. Like,
where it was a war. Well, what inclined them to want to steal us? Because they stole us too. People like to tell a
well,
lie that they
okay,
didn't
so
fight
drop.
for
Hold
us, but
on.
there's
So
a
hold on, drop. So drop. You say they stole us. Yeah, if they're looking at how we're doing our own people, they're like, shit. Now we ain't got to buy y'all no more. Let's just steal them, right?
we weren't mistreating our people. So first, let me say this. I visited Lagos Island and stood in front of a cannon that they were using to fight off the people who were trying to steal our people. Now they're not good people, black or white. So there were some tribes that were selling their captives of war. These people were captives of war because they had wars. War would never end. There will always be war. There've been war in Bible times, and there's still war now. So there's always going to be war. But there's a way that you're supposed to treat your prisoners of war. There's not certain things you don't do. So because a certain bad tribe of people chose to sell our people,
Wait,
you can't
okay,
say that that's the
now
entirety
you're
of what
saying,
happened.
as time evolves, this notion of how to keep your prisoner of war needs to stay intact to the original form. So it has no it has no
I
growth
forgot that.
of a sort. It has no growth, like, because I would think at some point that notion would evolve and grow to something different than the original form.
They're human beings. You should treat humans as humans.
I get the original form of how they might have kept prisoners or captives of war, but is that to say it has to stay that way? Is what I'm asking.
It should stay that way because they're humans. But I do want to make a very important point. If you listen to what you're saying, now you're saying that it's our fault that they mistreated us or treated us the way that they did us as slaves. That's essentially what you're saying because you just said, well, they saw how you were being treated, or
I've
they
been
saw
saying
that you
that
were
from the
being
beginning,
sold.
drop. I've been saying that from the beginning. I
Oh
asked
my
you
God.
who did they buy the people from, and you told me about the tribes and they're melanated and all the things. And I also said earlier that we as a people learn from one another. We learn that if I come over here and I've never been here and I see how y'all treat your captives, how you call them prisoner of war, and then I'm like, oh, let me buy some, and you're like, oh, they for sale and yada yada yadas. I'm learning from you how to treat these people. And then I asked you, does that now stay the same? No, it does not stay the same because if I have now went over here, purchased you all are captives of war as if the people don't give a fuck about you. And now I buy you, I can now up the ante. You're captives of war. I now buy you. I'm up in the ante. I need you now to do the cows, the crops, the homes, the babies, the kids, the people.
There has always been um, there has always been agreements amongst countries how prisoners of war should be being treated. But because they saw us as slaves versus prisoners of war, the prisoners of war in America were treated better than they treated the slaves. But I still refuse to believe the problem was not that they how did you say it? See us how we treat each other. They don't believe that we're human. That's why they treated us that way. And
But
we're
you got
not.
to go back to
And
the
we're not human.
beginning.
We actually are not
Like you
human.
have to
They're
go back
humans.
to
We're
the
not.
beginning. If they went to us to buy us, as I stated earlier, you said it was the tribes and melanated people. But however, how they're going to look at it because hell, they're not white like them, so they're going to look at it and see this is a difference. So if they go to melanated people and buy other melanated people, that's what they're seeing as white people.
Poor Shay made the point. The terms changed.
And
They did
then
not
with
tell us they were going to beat us, take our kids, and do this. That is not what those people who sold their prisoners. That is not what they agreed to.
and then when they come back to their home place, which is what they call USA or America or however they want to call it, they come over here where they run the town. So yes, they're going to create it how they create it, but you have to remember they literally went to melanated people and bought people. So that's already a difference in itself. They're like, oh my God, I can come over here and get labor.
Do you know that? Well, you can get labor anyway. They had labor. They had indentured servants. So labor was
Yes, but we helped them, is
not
what I'm
something that.
saying. They could have bought white people, granted. We literally helped them.
Well, that's interesting. You said that they could have bought white people. They didn't buy white people because they see white people as human. They don't see us as human.
Well,
So they bought us
but
like
Drop
cattle.
Queen, that's because they went somewhere and was able to buy melanated people. In the beginning, that should have been a no-no. How the hell, if you got all these rules set up by prisoners of war, is not in there that they can't be sold?
I just told you that they don't see them as human.
But a Drop Queen, I'm talking about with us, the melanated people, the very beginning. How is it that the melanated people was fighting with each other and had proper ways to keep the prisoners of war, but agreed to selling them? Is my point.
Because they were different. It has nothing to do with their skin color. You keep making it about their
The
skin
white
color. They
people
were
is
different.
looking at that. That's what I'm saying. Us as black, yes, we know we all look the same, but the white people are the one that come in and looking at all the black people and they're like, oh my God, they're selling each other.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
But they wasn't looking at the black people as people. They were looking at the black people as property. That's what I'm
Because
trying to
we
get you to
showed them
understand.
that drop. We
We
showed them
never showed
that.
them that. We never showed them that because people can sell themselves to servitude. So just because I give if I owe you a debt, I can sell myself to you to pay off my debt. So just because I'm selling myself to you, don't mean that you have the right to mistreat me and dehumanize
Girl,
me.
we ain't talking about rights at this point. They didn't even have no damn rights back then. They were being sold again. So if I'm being bought by a white person, this white person is thinking it's okay to do. And then
That's
they go
not
back to
true. That's what I'm
America
telling you
and
because they
create a
didn't do it to the
system.
other white people. They had
No,
indentured
they didn't
servants
do it
that
to
was
the white
white.
people because when they went over there to the island, did they see any white slaves? Did they see any white prisoners? Did they see any white people get sold?
Well, I just explained it to you, Manny, that they did have white servitude. They had white indentured servants, but they did not have.
But to the level that we were first seen, again, were white people able to be bought or prisoners and sold and all these things, how they saw us in the beginning is what I'm asking. Because if that's the case, then our tribal people should have told them, y'all got white people to sell and buy.
So if I can answer you, and hopefully you'll understand me clearly, that also they had white indentured service, but they didn't who were sold. They sold themselves to pay off a debt. Instead of me paying you off my debt, Manny, the
Uh-uh.
money I owe, yes, instead of me paying you the money I owe you, I sell you myself to pay off my debt, or my brother, or my father. If it's a
See, that's
family, they
that
can give
crab
their
in the
children.
bucket. And that's where that
Crab
crab in
in
the
a
bucket
bucket.
mentality come
What?
from. Like, what the fuck?
Manny, so if for instance, if a father owed you a debt, right? To pay off that debt, I would maybe send you my daughter or send you my son to work that debt off, right? So I'm putting my child into indentured servitude, right? They weren't not treated like the chattel slaves because they still saw the white people because of their skin color as human versus the people they had in chattel slavery. They never were saw as human. They could have still served them if they would have treated them as human and not as a piece of furniture because they sat on them like they were a love seat too. That's the point that I'm making. Now we done went all over the place when
I
I'm
get
just
your
trying to
point. I
understand.
just wish in the beginning we wouldn't have done the many things we've done to where now,
We
because
haven't done
again,
anything.
it had, oh, Jesus. I do think we have a hand in it. Like they say, it's yin and a yang. And I
You know what
believe
we
that it's a
did?
yin and a yang.
You know what we did? We helped them.
We did help them, but
That's it. That's all.
we helped them, but we also showed them something that was possible, and we should have never showed them that.
We never showed them chattel slavery.
Child,
There's
well, I
never
don't think
been.
we should have showed them prisoners of war either.
That's just part of life. There's always gonna be war. You don't think in
Well,
this
then
war
they
that they have
allowed them
now
to
they
buy
have
them
prison?
same ones who were melanated, and then over time they created slavery.
So that was their fault. You can't blame us that they chose to use human
So
beings
how
as sofas.
so
Do you know
I'll
that they
keep that
skinned us?
statement.
They not only made us
I keep
sit. They're not only made us a chair that they can sit on when they got tired. They also skinned us and covered their furniture with us. You know that, right?
so
Ain't
what
no
if
African knew that they were doing that.
their whole slavery system was their versions of prisoners of war? Because that's what it gave me.
Say it again.
I say, what if their understanding of the slavery system was this whole idea of prisoners of the war? Because that's what slavery kind of gave me, prisoners of war of some sort, imaginary war, but prisoners of war.
Imagine how can it be a prisoner of war if it's an
Well, it
imaginary
was
war?
imaginary because, again, there was per se no need for slavery itself. You get me, like chaining the people, keeping the people in one area. There was no need for that idea
Oh, there
because
was a
we could.
need because
Oh
that's
my
what we would have been
God!
fighting. You know, the
But what I'm
fighting you said
saying,
we was doing
oh
and
my
whipping ass.
God! Hold
That's what
on,
we
let
would have
me.
been fighting. Go ahead.
No. We had to fight because of that. What I'm saying is there was no need to chain and all these things to the people because if you go back to the beginning of how you stated, we could have been treated as free workers to come work and help out in those crops and various things without, like you said, being beaten. And that's why I'm stating now, what if their version of slavery was indeed their idea of prisoners of war? Because they
Ava,
did treat us like
There
prisoners.
were never white slaves. There were white indentured servants.
Do
There were
y'all not
never
think they
white
treated us like
slaves.
prisoners through
Please.
slavery?
No, prisoners were not treated like that. Even if you go
Y'all
back to
don't
the
think slavery
Ethiopians,
was treated? Wait, hold on. Y'all don't think slavery is a form of prison?
The Bible tells you to treat your how to
Oh my
treat your
God.
the Bible tells you how to treat your slaves, and it never told them to treat them the way that they treated us. The Bible that they read told them how to treat their
Even if the
slaves.
Bible said it, the idea of slavery, y'all, do y'all not think that's literally like prison, jail? What the fuck? Are y'all? I might have to log off because this is the
Okay.
craziest shit
Well,
ever.
let's look at this. If you said it's like jail, okay, let's say it's
Wait,
like
I'm
jail.
asking y'all, like, do y'all not think so? Like, I'm
Well,
asking y'all.
prison is the new form of slavery, but I
No,
don't think
I
in
get that it
prison.
may be worse, Portia, but I need you to stay on the basics. I get that it may be worse, but I need y'all to really get to the basics. Do y'all not think prison, jail, being locked up is the same idea as slavery? Because and I hate that I have to break this shit down. Slavery, you couldn't go nowhere.
So if I can answer you,
Slavery, you couldn't go nowhere. You literally had a compound. Yet, just like a prison, a compound. You can walk from chain link fence to chain link fence and fucking prison to jail. Slavery was the same thing without no fucking chain. I mean, without no fences.
hold on, let me see who Ava is. Let me see
Like,
who.
what? This is the basic stuff, y'all. And that's why I'm asking y'all, do y'all not think once they saw that idea of prisoners of war, they formed their own way and said, we're going to do it into slavery? Because again, creating the word slavery.
So many. The new slavery is prison, but they do not equate to each other because one just has you locked up where they take care of you. They feed you 3 meals a day. You watch TV. You move around. You can even have a little smacks if you want to. It's illegal for them to come grape you. That's not the case in slavery. In chattel slavery, they skinned you, they took your babies, they fed your babies to alligators, they hung you, they strange fruit you whenever they felt like it. So no sir, there's no way that they can equate. Just because a dollar is money and a penny is money don't mean that they're the
Do
same. They just
y'all
all money.
wait? Okay, so our form of jail, oh my God, would be identical to their form of captive prisoners. Because again, as you stated, the prisoners of war were kept in good condition as you are in jail. They feed you and keep you in good condition. Um, how are how is y'all not able to see slavery just
To say
wedged right up in
in
the middle of that? How can y'all not see slavery literally wedged right in the middle of that? Like it's literally wedged right in the middle. It's right there. Only difference is there's not a physical type of captive place holding you.
Manny, well, I'll say this. An apple is a fruit and an orange a fruit, but they're not the same. So, yes, prison is the new slavery. We can agree on that, but it does not equal. You know, when we were taught in school about what equal, this to have an equal sign and a line drawn through it because they are not equal. They are not equal
Well, I can
because of all the
understand that
violence
because of
that.
the laws and stuff. I can understand in today's time the laws and stuff that protect prisoners. But if you take those laws out, we'll
Ooh,
be
that's a
back
good
to.
one.
But if you take those laws out, we'll be back to square one when it comes to prisoners.
So were there white prisoners? Thank you, Chanel. Were there white prisoners?
Yes, well, yeah, that was white prisoners.
But they
Yeah.
weren't. But they weren't treated like the black enslaved people. So it doesn't equate. Because if they were treated like the black slave people, then it'd be everybody in prison do this certain thing or have this certain thing happen to them. That's not what happened. Prisoners were treated like prisoners, and slaves were treated like slaves. It's a form of imprisonment. Let's say that prisoner and imprisonment is two totally different things. They were imprisoned, but the way that the prisoners were treated and the way that the slaves were treated were two totally different things.
But again, we had the first idea of prisoners because they were captives of war. And so, with that being said, they now are able to buy us. Like, we literally know what it feels like to buy something in today's time. Now, whether you value it or not is up to you. But when you buy something, you have this sense of ownership.
Well, Manny, okay. If you want to look at it like that, when somebody buys something, does that give a person a right to mistreat the people they buy? Because I see people giving y'all $10,000 a day. Does that
Oh
mean
my
that they're
gosh.
entitled to mistreat you? I see men marrying women and
Drop.
pay all the bills. Did they
There
give
are
that woman or that man
drop.
the right to mistreat them?
There are
No.
people who buy products just to destroy them. There are
Comparing a
people.
product to a person is
Wait, hold
diabolical.
on. I'm comparing it all because I want you to think about it. They'll even buy people and destroy it. So my point is, I'm using a lighter form to inform you all people will buy things just to destroy it, is my point. Even up to people.
Comparing a person
Oh my God, here y'all
to
go.
a product is
Either you want to
diabolical,
have the
man.
conversation or not, because the point stands. People, even in today's society, try to prove a point by buying products and turn right around after they spent that money of theirs and destroy the same product they bought. Now, slavery, they will buy your ass and destroy you in the same breath. So take it as you may.
Okay. So we go back. So we go back to the original conversation and put a pin on what you just said. They bought us to destroy us, but yet they hate us.
Because again, I keep going back to the beginning drop of who gave them the ideas to keep thinking like that. They literally went and bought us from melanated people. If they like honestly, I'm just gonna tell you my thought process. If I'm going to you and I'm buying a melanated person from a melanated person, I'm looking like you don't care about melanated people. That's instantly what I'm thinking. I don't know why y'all brains couldn't have thought that. Literally, if I go to a melanated person and buy a melanated person from them, I'm thinking you don't give a fuck about them. Instantly, I'm literally buying this person from you and they look just like you.
So does that mean that they are to experience the dreadful things that they experienced?
Drop that comes with a
You
lot
don't.
once you drop that comes with a lot once you have the notion of I just literally bought a human being. Just imagine us back in those times being able to buy a human.
You're trying to justify their treatment of
I'm not
African
justifying
people
nothing. I literally said
because
it's a
of
yin and yang. I literally said it's
buying
a
them.
yin and yang. It's a yin and yang in this world, girl. It's a yin and yang. We learn from each other. That's what I said. I said it's a yin and yang, and we learn from each other. Yeah, like the people keep trying to make me think that we don't learn from each other. Yes, we do. It's a yin and yang.
I disagree.
Had I not come over there and got the idea that I could buy you, I wouldn't have come back to America and did a shit show number on melanated people.
I disagree, Manny. But you know that I disagree. I don't think the way that I treat you, Manny, has nothing to do with how the other hosts on TikTok may treat you. I'm gonna
But we are,
treat you
but we're
I'm
farther.
gonna.
We're far. But drop queen, we're farther in life to where our comprehension skills are more advanced. So when you're thinking about back then, where it's not a whole lot going on really. So the understanding and selling, it might just be a new idea.
It's
To
not
where
a new
now,
idea. What?
wait,
They
I'm
comprehend.
saying, listen, I'm saying back then it could have been a new idea to where now we know so much information to present day to where we know how to treat each other. We know if we even hear somebody say buying or selling, we calling the police because you're trafficking.
That's not
You
true,
see?
Manny.
Oh,
That's
oh
not
my God.
true because they're the ones that's trafficking. They're
So
the ones
so
that
so
feel.
drop what I literally said is if we were to hear somebody today say they're buying and selling, we would call the
I
police
heard what you
because
said.
today we understand it as trafficking. And you quickly came in and said, no, 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 no. That is trafficking today, buying and selling people.
Manny, but I'm saying they don't call the police because they do it. If they didn't do it, there wouldn't be something called Epstein Island. There wouldn't
I'm
still be.
saying we as a concerned people, we do is what I'm saying. I'm not talking to you if you're not concerned.
Manny, you're saying that people see the travesties that people experience in their life as wrong and we call the police. And I'm telling you that's not true. We see it happen all the time around this world. Can we call somebody on the war that's happening right now in Iran against Trump? No. Who finna arrest Trump? Nobody. What he's doing right now is wrong. Who's arresting him, Manny? Who's arresting the
He say
people
he
from?
protected. He say he protecting America.
He's not protecting America. Them people wasn't bothering us. He's putting America into a war that they have no business in. He's protecting oil. He's protecting his money and the elite's money. He's not doing anything for us. We tried to call the police on Epstein and get him and everybody else arrested. Who went to jail yet? Nobody. But Diddy went to jail. Cosby going to jail. R. Kelly went to jail.
Epstein did go to jail. Didn't he unalive himself in jail?
Please, Manny, do you know that
Wait, hold on. Did he unalive himself in jail is a question because that would end
okay?
his
My
life.
answer is no. So
Oh, he did
Manny,
not unalive
oh no,
himself
he
in
didn't.
jail?
Manny, we're talking about. Hold
What?
on, man, can I have this conversation
Yes,
with you,
he
Steven?
did drop Queen. What the?
That man is in the Bahamas drinking tequilas somewhere. Manny,
Oh
can I ask you a
wow.
question, Manny? They are fighting a war in Iran, trying to protect some gate oil fence or something. I don't know. Do you know that there are still people
Wait, they're
right now
saying that's
today
a fake
being
video. Whoa, that was a fake video of him. Oh wow.
Manny, in Libya, there are still slaves. Who's going to rescue those slaves? Is America bringing the military to rescue
Girl, I'm most
Libya
stuck
from
on this man
slavery?
that fooled the people. Girl, we still ain't found Tupac.
Can we
Like
talk about the
what?
slavery that's existing in 2026? We know it's wrong, but it's still existing. Who's
you
going to
know
help
what?
them?
You know what I'm gonna say if it's in 2026, baby? Because we don't ask me about no slaves in 2026. Because I just told y'all, America, baby, has done its due. So I ain't got no time to be focusing nowhere else. Because baby, the black people in America done fought a good fight, baby, and I enjoy my life. Woo! I don't know what to say right now because, baby, I have learned from the people to shut the fuck up.
So Chanel, so what they're doing right now is take snatching us off the street to get our organs. They're putting us into SMEX slavery. That's what we're there. And you're trying to tell me that nobody knows all the intel they have. I can think about something and it pop up on my Facebook, but you telling me they can't find a child that was snatched when you could zoom in on somebody's house from the sky, but they can't find people that's being snatched off the street? We don't need to really have no ring cameras, Manny. They got cameras in the sky that can see whatever they want to see, but they ain't finding nobody. Why is that? I can think something and it pops up on my screen, but they can't find the little girl on the corner who was walking home from school.
Child, I'm just saying, drop. It's a yin and a yang, honey. Now we have
Okay,
done a
man.
lot. We've done a lot here, y'all. We honestly have, and the fight is not over. The fight is not over, y'all. But we have to realize if we just be nicer to each other, let's just start there. Let's just be nicer to each other, you all, in hopes that it will make the world a better place. Let's just start with us within the black community. Let's be nicer to each other. And
So
then
you're putting the onus on black people
I'm
to be
just
nice
saying,
to each
honey,
other
I'm
to
just
make the right
saying.
people be nice. Listen to what you're saying. You're
I'm
saying
just saying we got
because
to
I'm
start at
stupid. Let me
home.
understand. Right. Help me understand you because I can
I'm
be a little
saying
slow,
start at
man.
home. I'm saying
So
start at
you're telling
home.
me me
Let's be
being nice to
nicer.
you, which I'm trying to be nice to everybody on TikTok. So I'm gonna be nicer to everybody on TikTok. And that'll make the YT people not call me the N word and say they getting off. This woman had a whole climax about using the N word.
Well, it's gonna take more than just us, but if we all kind of work together,
Bye, Manny.
it is
I'm
gonna
really not
take more
feeling
than
good
just us
today,
on
but thank you.
TikTok, but we're gonna need more than just us though. Drop. Ideally, we're gonna need the world, the all that you were speaking of earlier. We're gonna need the all in order for that to work.
The way I treat you is not gonna change how people treat me or
That
treat
is
us.
that is true, but
Okay,
again,
okay. So if that true is going against
wait,
what you
no,
just said,
it's true because you can't make people do anything. But what I'm saying is, I am living off the idea if we show each other better in hopes that others will show each other better.
they'll show each other better. They're not gonna show us better. I don't care how good to us that we are. If they see, I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm gonna drop Manny because my head is killing me. If they see how we treat each other, they put us in ghettos because they know the more and the
And
longer
so when
time
we
we're
go to
around each other,
so
we'll
then
fight
drop
each other.
when we go to the ghettos, what do we need to do there? Because again, we've been through this whole ghetto saga. So in today's time, and we've learned from the ghetto, if we see a ghetto come up right now, what do we do as a people?
If I can answer you, it's not a people, it's as humans. This is what humans do
But what do we
because
do
we're
though when we see a
humans.
ghetto? Because we know what ghettos bring. So if we see a ghetto today, what should we do as a people? A fresh ghetto. I ain't saying no old ghetto. I'm saying a fresh one that they like, oh, baby, we finna build
I'm
the
gonna shake
projects
my
again.
head. I'm gonna shake my head
Ooh.
because I
I
know
mean,
what it's
again,
there for.
see?
It's a
So we've
rat
learned.
maze.
So we've learned from each other. So we're gonna sit back, shake our heads, because we know what the ghetto is, baby, and wait for the destruction to come. When we already know what the ghetto is, when we already know what the projects is,
Oh,
when we
bro.
already know what being impoverished does to the people, we'll sit there and shake our
It's
heads
not
and
really
allow.
impoverished. It's not impoverished.
Well, it's gonna be something because somebody gonna be kicking in somebody's back door for that fresh TV.
It don't have to be impoverished. It's just human nature that when I mean, you can look at your office. People are going to fight in the office. Whenever you're around somebody all the time, consistently, there will be arguments, there will be disagreements, there will be fights. That's just
But
human nature.
we got to help out. We
That's
got to
human
help one
nature.
another. We got to learn. We got to love one another. So if they bring projects and ghettos around, we need to love on one another. Don't hate one another, and please let's not take out one another.
Okay, we're
We
going
can
to love
help.
on each
We can
we're going to love
help
on each
build that
other.
ghetto. We can help build that ghetto. We can put a garden outside of that ghetto. We can build resources in that ghetto community. We're smarter now. We don't have to fight with each other to build the ghetto because less hands, less bodies working is more work on somebody else. Go
Well, I'll
ahead,
tell you
Queen
this.
Jules. Welcome
Let me
in.
tell you this, and I'm gonna drop. When they saw the black family was strong, they took the black man out. We are better together. We're good together.
We
So
We're
now we
love
nice
have to.
black
together.
So now we have to
They
everybody,
remember.
decided,
y'all.
So now we have
but
to
they
remember
won't
even
treat us
that and
better.
not go back down that road. So now we have to remember that and not say when the opportunity come again, throw our black brother and his sister in a way. We have
They
to
won't treat
actually
us
wake
better.
up.
They'll find a reason to make us fight.
Oh my God.
Y'all are blaming people for our own crap. I just wanted to come up real quick because I'm in Sam's Club. But I just wanted to say, if you look up the origin of ghetto, you wouldn't use it the way you use it. The origin of ghetto didn't come from us. It came from Germany. Look up your history. We use a lot of terms that we are not, it didn't originate with us. It wasn't for us, but we do it all the time. And then we attach it to us and claim it. But the origin of ghetto did not come from us. Like the origin of hanging didn't come for us. It wasn't about us when it came to hanging. The first person to be hung, the first 2 or 3 men to be hung in the United States were white. So, I mean, I'm just saying, and hanging was a natural way, according to history, of being punished throughout the world, different tribes, different countries. But we like to, run and spin narratives and claim these things about us and our people. And I just think it's a way to really just deflect and not really look at yourself and see where you stand in your community and how you are in your community and how you raising your family and so forth. Yes, honey. So I just wanted to put that in there, but I didn't want to stop y'all on conversation.
Yeah, I do think that overall, you all, we can be nicer to each other because if we take that moment with each other, we can grow. We can get a level of understanding. We don't have to fight amongst each other because others are watching and they're waiting on that and they're using that against us. Go ahead, Drop Queen.
So it's called the etymology of words, and most words derive from somewhere. Many words come from the Greek, many words come from Hebrew. So all words always start somewhere else. It's called the etymology. It transcends from one nation to a next. That's why several words have more than one meaning. They have a first meaning, second meaning, third meaning, fourth meaning. So I don't need nobody to tell me or attempt to teach me the meaning of a word. But
We
just
are
like the
black.
word,
Let us work together. This is a moment. If you
we are
know,
we're
no,
working
if
together.
you know, we as black people, we have this thing to where even if we know something, we have to just, come out with. If you know it, we can sit on it and say, "Thank you for telling me." We know it. We don't even have to fight about it.
Oh no, we're not fighting. I'm just expounding. There's a
But you
difference.
said don't nobody have to tell, and it's like we get don't nobody have to tell, but we have to work together as a
I'm
people
working
on
together.
things that we do know. Because even a statement like "Oh, you don't have to" can agitate the black community, and then we go to arguing.
So what I would
So
say is that it's not about the
I
origin
wasn't
of the
finished
word,
though.
more so than the actual meaning behind it and where it stems from.
So
You just have to
that's
go
the
look.
origin. Where it
Yeah,
stems
but
from is the
but look
origin.
it up. Look it up and see where it originated from. More so than the word, though. Drop.
it,
It's
it,
more
it
than the
it
word.
doesn't matter where it originated from. It's used in a format here in America. It has other meanings to that word.
No,
Just
you
like
are.
the N word, the original N word that we like to use meant black king or queen or black royalty. But now it's used in a derogatory manner to demean black people. So all words have an etymology. All words have an origin. That doesn't mean that it doesn't also mean something different somewhere else or later on in history that it kind of blossoms into other meanings. That's why words don't stick to just one meaning. They have several
But you
meanings.
brought out a point. You brought out a point about the black man being stripped from the homes. But at the end of the day, you also say, because I've heard you say it, that we're not the leading person in welfare. Like the people, as a people, we're not leading, and that is true. We're not in the We're not in the majority as far as who receives assistance from the government, right?
So at the end of the day, I think again, we like to blame a lot. I think as a culture, we deflect and project and we lack accountability real bad. Real bad. And that's all I can say.
Okay, so if I can go back to the statement that you brought up about the black man being taken from the family so that for the benefits. Well, if you go back historically, they were coming back from the war, and a lot of these men couldn't get jobs, so they needed the government assistance. They gave the YT man the job. So you comparing the financial stability of families in the 40s and 50s to our financial stability now is not they don't equate. Y'all like to compare apples and oranges. Then it was needed because those black men didn't have jobs.
Were they
Now in
just black
today's
men or were
society,
they married couples?
I never spoke over you. So if
Well,
you
yes, you
allow me
did. You
to
came and
finish.
interrupted
Y'all
me,
gift
so
the
you
I
panel,
know
gift
that's
the
never
live.
fine.
Thank y'all so
interrupted you.
much.
You
Gift
You
the panel,
allowed
did.
gift the
You
me.
live.
came
Thank y'all
back
so
up,
much.
and I wasn't done. Drop. Come on,
I
man. I
came back
wasn't
up and
done.
Manny said, go ahead, drop queen. That's what
Go
All
happened.
ahead,
right, black
girl. Go
community,
ahead, girl.
people are
Go ahead, girl.
watching. Can we work? Like, let's
Go
start
ahead.
today, you all. Black community, people are
But what I'm
watching.
saying is, those people see a
So
lot of
you're
callers. Y'all do
interrupting
not
me.
read the
You're
fine line.
interrupting
Woo,
me.
Those
black
people were
people.
single
Hello.
mothers.
Hello,
They were
let's work
not
together.
Single
single
Oh
mothers.
mothers. You're
my
a
God.
liar. They were not single
Oh my God.
mothers.
Let's not call each other. It's Drop Queens Go. Let's
Thank you,
allow
Manny.
Drop Queen, y'all. We again, the people are watching us. They're gonna think they can do this.
So they were not single mothers. They were married men and women who they created laws. And it was a particular law. I'm going to have to come back because I don't remember, but it was father something. It was some type of father law that they had created that a man could not be in the house. Why did they specifically say a man couldn't be in the house? Because he was the father who was married to the woman and they were raising their children as a couple. To compare that to now is totally different. No, we are not the highest, but the times then and the times now are totally different. So you're comparing two totally different time frames. Jesus Christ.
So only thing I have to say is if that were to come back around, and I know man and woman do not see the eye to eye in the black community as much, but if that comes back around, can we just be a little smarter this go around? Let's not throw our children out. Let's not throw the people who you chose to create a family with. Well, okay, let me see. Y'all need to, if you have to separate, at least work it out to where y'all can live within close proximity to effectively co-parent. But this whole throwing each other away thing, we must not do. Go ahead, Queen Jules.
So again, like I said, lacking the accountability. Have children by men who got jobs and money so that you won't get the assistance. At the end of the day, I understand that we fall short. We do. We all fall short. We all are human. We all make mistakes. But if you look at the kids today, if you look at the children today, if you look at the communities today, there are a lot of children running around without a father. There are broken homes. When I say broken homes, I'm not talking about people with fathers and mothers don't have broken homes or issues in their home. That's not what I'm speaking on. But at the end of the day, yes, take some accountability. Why, when you want to lay down and open your legs, I'm guilty. I was guilty of it too. Why lay down and open your legs with a man that can't provide for his family, but yet he's in the home with you and you're collecting assistance from the government. So again, like I said, we really do lack taking accountability for our actions. And every story isn't the same. Of course, everybody has a different issue. You can't apply everything to everyone. But at the end of the day, why you having a baby by a man that can't provide for you? And if you're going to say that black men didn't have no jobs or good jobs and good paying jobs back then, that's a lie. That is a lie because black men could get jobs and they did live good and they could get paid money even back then during the segregation times and doing all of this stuff that was going on that was unfair. Black men still were out there making good money and had homes for their family while their wives or their girlfriends or whoever was in the house with the families not working.
Can I go now?
Yes, go ahead, Drop Queen.
This is what keeps our it's conversations like this and misinformation that continue to perpetuate white supremacy talking points.
Wait, but can't both be put in there? Like can't we take some accountability while also pointing a finger? Like, can we do both?
I mean, Manny, you don't know what I'm about to say. And so it gets lost when you cut a person off, it gets lost. You have to understand what I'm saying, then rebuttal. I never said, I'm not even talking about the accountability part. I haven't even got to that yet. But I have to be allowed to finish because she made some statements that were not true. I just told you that black men came back for war and they did not want to hire them. Even after risking their lives for this country, they did not want to hire the black men, right? So it was called the man in the house rules. These people were married. These wives, husbands went to war, came back and could not find a job. So now they needed a way to take care of their family. So what the government did is say, hey, we will help you. We will give you assistance, but there cannot be a man in the house. Instead of supporting the family and supporting the institution of family and helping the family because they are a family, they always reward the bad behavior. You have to get the man out of the house. And I can remember this very, very vividly.